All right, let's get some reaction from our panel. And Gene Rossi, you're a former federal prosecutor. What do you think?
Closing down the FBI, 35,000 employees with whom I worked for 20 years. It breaks my heart that a presidential candidate is saying that. The FBI, to me, is a beacon throughout the world of an agency that tries to do the right thing regardless of fear or favor. I disagree.
Let me get Jamil.
Yeah, look, I mean, Vivek makes some interesting points about these novel legal theories. I think the current indictment, the conspiracy to defraud the United States, does have some novelty to it. The idea, though, the Mar-a-Lago case is at all novel is laughable on its face. Vivek is just wrong about that. These cases have been brought time and time again on people who mishandle classified information, and they've been prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. He's right. Chelsea Manning was pardoned by President, or sentence commuted by President Obama. Not because she's transgender, but because of what he believes about what she did. I think it sets a terrible precedent to pardon her. I think it encourages more people to reveal classified information, but it has nothing to do with what Vivek is saying, right? And so this idea that he's trying to bring the country together while his own words seek to divide the country is just not accurate. And at the end of the day, right, when he talks about Donald Trump and getting past it, here's the reality. The reason why we're not past it is because every day Donald Trump is out there, banging the drum about how the election was stolen from him. It is not because of these charges. It's because of what Donald Trump did on January 6th and what he's doing today, what he did there on the tarmac at DCA as he left the city after being indicted. We're all here today because Donald Trump stood on the ellipse and said to his supporters, who he knew were armed and had weapons, and said, go march to the Capitol. I'm coming with you.
Yeah. But I think it's important to note that actually what he said on the ellipse on January 6th is actually not what's in the indictment. And in fact, I actually worry that by calling it the January 6th indictment, that it allows this message that you heard Vivek Ramaswamy make, and that many of Donald Trump's defenders will make, is to make it about the First Amendment, right? He's allowed to give a political speech. He's allowed to say wrong things in his speech. I think if you are, however, a Republican running against Trump who wants to say, no, this is bad, the argument has to be, it is First Amendment protected for you to say, gosh, I feel like I probably lost Georgia unfairly by 12,000 votes. You cannot call the Secretary of State and say, find me 12,000 votes. Those are different types of speech. And it'll be interesting to see if any of the Republicans in the primary actually make that argument.
And Wolf, putting all the legal stuff aside, you and I have covered a lot of these campaigns. I cannot believe that Vivek Ramaswamy is not trying to seize upon, Donald Trump being arraigned in federal court to try to take advantage for his campaign. He sounded as though he is auditioning for vice president or a member of the Trump cabinet. I mean, what kind of bizarro Twilight Zone world are we in right now? In other campaigns in the past, campaign rivals would be seizing on something like this. It's his third indictment. He has more indictments than he does impeachments. One would think the other candidates in this race would be seizing on that, and they're not. It's the damnedest thing, Wolf.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
All right, guys, everybody stand by. Our special coverage will continue right now.